Now, there are other people involved in this relationship from what I'm seeing. There's the two of you, and then there's someone connected to you, and then there's also someone connected to your person. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to my channel. We're doing your reading for 2023. This is your yearly prediction. I have your chart over here. We're going to do some tarot, oracle. And if you are new to this channel, I do love to work with crystals and I do give recommendation. And all this can be found in my store also. So if that triggers you, that I have a store and that I like to work with crystals, then why did we click this video? So anyway, all right. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to discuss. It's a jam-packed full, this year as Saturn, which is good. Okay. I forgot what it's called in Sanskrit or in Hindu. Asta, because this is Saturn in the eighth house. It's finally over, and this is not me, the only astrologer who has been, keeping track of the Gemini's progress with regards to the transit, because things are looking brighter as soon as Saturn is out of the eighth house. Health could have been an issue for a very long time. Now, this would give you a sense of relief. Okay, Ashta Namsa, I think it's called, when Saturn is in the eighth. Especially if you are a moon in Gemini, it was a very trying time. This is different from Sadisati. Okay, now, we're gonna look into first the astrology, and if you want to join me in my astro guidance, it's in the description box below. That's a live where I answer questions. And I guide you in your chart. It's a group, so go there and then you can sign up. But let me just continue reading your chart here. So Saturn now goes to your ninth house. Saturn is a little tricky planet for you because it rules the eighth, which is a very challenging house, but it rules the ninth, which is a very auspicious house, because Saturn is basically in control of your luck. So Saturn can give you now its blessing. What you have been having hard time before, I feel like this is the time where you're going to reap the benefits. Ninth house. Studies. Ninth house. This is 2.5 years though. So this is just the early part. We're not looking at the degrees yet, the nakshatra, and other factors, your Mahadasha. But as Saturn is in the ninth, it can be a very auspicious time for you to learn something, to study something, okay? And this is like doing something, yang. Now, I always recommend, especially like this time around, is to work with amethyst, because Saturn, okay, either you get blue sapphire or amethyst. Blue sapphire, I feel like, is a little bit too much. So my recommendation always is amethyst. Everything in the table you can buy, but not me. So this is my amethyst flame. Again, if it's a trigger for you to see someone, okay, showing a product, it's like, maybe this channel is not for you. I don't want you to get triggered. So, Yang is about taking action, masculine energy. You know what's going on in your chart over here? By the latter part of February, Mars will enter Gemini. Mars and Mercury, not so good together. But Mars in the first house gives you a lot of energy. You're going to be on the go, exercising. You may get a little bit temperamental, but which Gemini is not. I'm kidding. Because this is Yang, taking charge. Sun is in the eighth house. So there's going to be a lot of revelation to you. Now, this can be like resolution connected to some sort of taxes also. This is going to be the time. We have Venus in the eighth house in Capricorn, Mercury retrograde in the seventh, which only means like, of course, Mercury will transit, every 3 months in retrograde. But as Mercury goes direct later time this January, it feels like the communication between you and your partner, it will come to a good resolution. Something good is going to come. Ooh, serendipity for the Gemini. Fortunate accident. 4-leaf clover. Embrace this luck coming your way. Money is going to be continuously good to you with Rahu in the 11th house, depending on for your dasha, of course. Try not to fixate on like, oh, but the reader or the astrologer said that this is going to manifest. Without knowing your dasha, it's not going to manifest. Without knowing your antardasha, it's not going to manifest. As a transit, it is manifesting. But do you know your dasha? That's different. I can tell when someone's going to get married, easy in a chart. But this just is a transit. So, Rahu in the 11th, in Aries, it stays there for the maybe like more than half of the year. Which gives you stability in finances. A little bit confusing time with your friends. I wouldn't trust your friends wherever you're hanging out with. with a Rahu in the 11th. Be careful in your networks. I feel like some people would be taking advantage of you network wise. Okay. You have a never ending story. There are things in your life that you probably are frustrated. One thing frustrating is I'm seeing here because Keto is in Libra. You feel like you want to do something creative, happy, or fun for you, but you can't seem to get there. Like these are things that you want to focus on, but you feel like, how come I never had a time for myself? Because you busy, boo. Mars in the 11th, I need you to be careful until end of February with regards to your health, because this is basically hospitalization and accrual. Is it accrual of losses, expenses? Um, Mars rules the sixth house for you, which is deaths, illness, and diseases. So, and it's in the 12th house. So just be careful on that. Look out for your health. Okay. You have here commemoration. You have standing tall and piercing the miss. Okay, so we do miss a connection that you feel like was, I feel like either short lived, but this is a year prediction. So it feels like there's going to be a connection manifesting. It may not end the way that you wanted because you have the never ending story. It was a yes, no, maybe. There was a lot of uncertainty there. Then you have a commemoration, which means like you're just looking out where I wonder if we can find a resolution to this. You have commemoration and standing tall. Okay. Now, if you are, like frustrated ish, okay, right now with your situation, then I would, for me, is just like remove any kind of like, if you're working on your energy and your any obstacle, I always recommend obsidian. Now, when you're working with crystals, it's, yes, it is a preference on like, oh, I like this, right? Yes, you choose the crystal, but recommendation wise, for example, even though you don't like, I don't know, cough syrup, you have to take it, right? So, for example, you're healing from a connection. Let's just say it's like, ooh, but I don't like black crystals, it's too dark, like saying like cough syrup is nasty. Just saying, but the recommendation really actually helps because that's why I'm here is I work with all this and doing tarot is one thing, astrology is one thing, but this is where I really thrive, working with energies. Because you have piercing the mist, you're always trying to figure out, like why you're the one, like even though you're so lucky, it feels like you feel like you are receiving a short end of the stick. Not that you are not grateful. You feel like you trust, you give, and then you get taken advantage. That's the piercing mist. And then you're always thinking, it's like, well, you know what? There's something good out there. There is something good. There's an opportunity, serendipity. Luck is in your favor here, Gemini. Now, we're going to focus on the tarot. The tarot normally focuses on relationship. Okay, so let's see here. Whew. It doesn't come easy, does it? Easy does it sell. You have the tower. It's almost as if like you're catching up to Scorpio reads because Scorpio reads, they do have this how to say this tower. This is their frequent flyer mileage is here. Okay. Now having the tower for 2023. Now this is of course unforeseen. Now just be careful during the time when Saturn is moving from eighth house to the ninth house, accidents, sudden things can manifest in your life. From what I'm seeing here with the tower, just be careful where Mercury is still retrograde and just try to preserve the relationship if you are in one because it's easy for the two of you to have a misunderstanding and then things will not work out because the tower is here. You have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so there's separation, breakup. You have the Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords, a Chariot. Oh, Six of Cups, you see? All right. Okay. So, cutting people. Okay, so there's cutting someone. They're doubting you. Someone here is doubting you, or you're doubting them. But then the two of you, as fast as you guys separated, and then you guys are back again. Now, there are other people involved in this relationship from what I'm seeing. There's the two of you, and then there's someone connected to you, and then there's also someone connected to your person. I'm not sure how this is work, but I'm seeing multiple people are involved. Um, it feels like your person wants you to um, with the Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands, it feels like your person, okay, your person wants, okay, wants the two of you to connect fast. Like, I want us to connect fast, okay? From what I'm seeing is like they are willing, okay, but it's either yes or no. Mm-hmm. It feels like Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands. It's like, I want you, you want me, let's go. This is what I feel with your person. Now, your energies is like, well, what are you talking about? You know, like, I thought we're done. I thought you're done. You know, the Tower is here. You have a King of Swords and the Chariot here. You're like, so, like, uh-huh, okay, I'm listening to you. You know, because they're pulling the Six of Cups right away here. Mm-hmm. And then you have the Tower. Okay. You have the Tower, Six of Cups. Okay. And the Chariot and the King of Swords. What I'm seeing here is that your person thinks like, oh, it's fine. Like, Gemini's cool. We're back. No questions asked. This is what your person is feeling. And they're coming in fast. And Mercury is retrograde. The ruler, you know, your Lagna Lord is retrograde. Six of Cups reconciliation, right? So from what I'm seeing here, Gemini, is that, let me see the chart also. You have to be careful. Okay. Because Mars, remember, will step into your zodiac January around March. Okay. So if you are together right now with your person, let's just say you guys are together and you just be careful because there can be a separation with the Tower. Now, if you are separated with your person, okay, then either by end of January, there may be some reconnecting. Okay? But from what I'm seeing here, you have Rahu and Ketu. Rahu in the 11th and then in the 5th. It feels like a never-ending story. That's true because this is your past life connection with Ketu. Because 5th house is dating and romance. So it does feel like an on and off kind of connection with the Six of Cups and the Tower. I already recommended the Obsidian, right? Because these are my top favorites right now. So for me, if it's off, it's off, okay? And that's how I keep it off here, okay? So I like to work with Obsidian. Now, working with crystals, you know, it's like it's not for everyone, okay? But for a few select who would be open to it, it will unlock a lot of things for you. When I started working with crystals, it was just one tiny rose quartz. One tiny rose quartz. And then from it, it's like you become this magnet of everything that you're manifesting, which I'm going to teach soon. You're a magnet to manifestation because your frequency is always evolving. Not unless you, of course, like you can do yoga, that's good also. Meditation, it's good also. But these are tools that I enjoy using. Okay? So the on and off, okay, that you have right now, I would put an obsidian in the middle of your house. Put in the middle of the house. Starting in a full moon or a new moon. And then watch. If it's off, it's off. If it's on, it's on. Does it make sense to you? Okay, because that's how it works. It doesn't choose the never-ending story, which you're probably feeling right now. I'll put the link here on the Obsidian. Everything is down there. So it will not be continuing the never-ending story. Basically, it ends the story. That's what happens here. it ends the story. Is it going to be us or not? Because we can't keep this cycle again for the 2023. So that's something that you probably, okay, considering. And also, don't forget about the Astro Guidance. You can enroll now there. Open enrollment is down there. Okay? So, is it on? Is it off? Are we together? Not together? Right? Follow me in the description box below for the extended reading. I'll see you there.